I, 31 male, was sitting at the kitchen table eating cereal when my girlfriend Jade, 28, walked in looking serious. We've been together for 4 years, living together for 2. We need to talk, she said. Those 4 words, man. Never good. I'm pregnant. I dropped my spoon. We've been trying for a year. Fertility tests, tracking cycles, the whole thing. I started to get up to hug her, but she held up her hand. But I need space to think about us. What? I'm not sure if this is the right time, or if we're right for each other. I need to stay with my sister Amber for a while to figure things out. I sat there watching her pack a bag, completely stunned. She was 3 months pregnant. She'd known for weeks apparently. And now she needs space? Jade, we've been trying for a year. What's really going on? Nothing. Pregnancy hormones are making me question everything. Give me a month. Don't contact me. I'll reach out when I'm ready. She left. Just like that. I sat there for maybe an hour, just processing. Something felt off. Really off. The timing, the sudden doubt, the no-contact demand while carrying what should be her child. So I did what any rational person would do. I called my lawyer cousin, Ethan. She's 3 months pregnant and suddenly needs space? Bro, get a paternity test. Isn't that extreme? Not if she's acting sketchy. Protect yourself. By the next day, Ethan had filed paperwork requesting a prenatal paternity test. He also advised me to freeze our joint savings account. We've been saving for a house, about $45,000 in there. I could freeze it, but not withdraw without both signatures. Jade's sister Amber called me screaming within hours. How dare you question if it's your baby? You're supposed to give her space. Space doesn't mean I can't protect myself legally. You're a piece of trash. She's going through something, and you pull this. Amber, she disappeared while pregnant with supposedly my child. Any reasonable person would have questions. She hung up on me. 2 days later, Jade's mother Darlene showed up at my apartment. You need to unfreeze that account immediately. Jade needs access to her money. It's our money, and it stays frozen until we sort this out. She's pregnant. You're financially abusing her. She has her own checking account with her salary. She's not destitute. That savings was for our future house. If she needs space from our relationship, she doesn't need access to our joint future planning. Darlene actually tried to push past me into the apartment. I'm taking Jade's things. No, you're not. Her things are here waiting for her whenever she wants them. But you're not entering my home. She left screaming about lawyers and women's rights. Update 1. The paternity test request was approved by the court. Jade fought it hard. Her lawyer argued it was emotional abuse and controlling behavior. The judge didn't buy it. Ma'am, you've left the relationship while pregnant and demanded no contact. The potential father has a right to establish paternity. Jade had to do the test last week. Results would take 5 to 7 business days. In the meantime, I did some digging. Jade's social media was locked down, but her sister Amber's wasn't. And Amber had posted some interesting stuff over the past few months. Photos from a girls' weekend that included some guy named Colton in the background. A post about knowing a secret that would blow everyone's minds. A weird post about DNA doesn't make family from 2 months ago. Then I found Colton's Instagram. Public profile. Basketball coach at a local high school. And what do you know, there was a photo from 4 months ago at a bar, and Jade was in the background. Cozy with him. Very cozy. I screenshotted everything. My buddy Terrence works at the same company as Jade. I asked him to keep his ears open. He called me yesterday. Dude, she's been taking a lot of long lunches. Like 2-hour lunches. And she's been weird about it. The test results came in this morning. Probability of paternity, 0%. 0% chance that baby is mine. I sat there staring at the results for probably 20 minutes. A year of trying. The fertility test that showed I had low sperm count, but not impossible odds. The tears she cried every month when she got her period. All of it was a performance while she was getting pregnant by someone else. I texted Jade a photo of the results. Hope you and Colton are very happy together. My phone immediately exploded. Update 2. Jade showed up at my apartment at midnight, pounding on the door. Let me in. We need to talk. No, we don't. It's not what you think. Please. I talked through the door. The baby isn't mine. What else is there to discuss? I made a mistake. One time, I was drunk. Jade, You don't get pregnant from a one-time thing when we've been trying for a year with medical help. She started sobbing. You don't understand. You were so stressed about the baby stuff, and Colton was just there, and it just happened. Multiple times, apparently. I love you. The baby should be yours. You're the one who wanted this. I want a baby with my girlfriend, not to raise some other dude's kid while being lied to. She went from sad to angry real quick. You're going to abandon me while I'm pregnant? What kind of man does that? The kind who doesn't raise another man's baby. Go ask Colton for help. He doesn't want it. He has a girlfriend. There it was. So, I'm the backup plan? No. You're my first choice. You're stable and ready to be a father. To my child. Not his. She kept pounding on the door until my neighbor threatened to call the cops. She finally left. The next morning, I had 18 missed calls from Darlene, 23 from Amber, and about 40 texts calling me everything from a deadbeat to a monster. My favorite was from Amber. A real man would step up regardless of DNA. I responded, then find a real man. I'm good being a fake one. But here's where it gets really good. Colton's girlfriend, Mira, reached out to me on Facebook. Hey, I heard you were Jade's ex. Can we talk? We met for coffee. Turns out, Mira had her suspicions about Colton. She'd noticed weird charges on their shared credit card. Hotel rooms during lunch hours. Expensive dinners when he was supposed to be at practice. I showed her the screenshots from social media. She showed me texts she'd found on Colton's iPad. Colton had been promising Jade he'd leave Mira for months. Classic cheater moves. Jade apparently believed him until she got pregnant. Then he ghosted her. That's when she came back to me with the I need space routine. Mira was pissed. She knew about me. I met her at a school fundraiser. She smiled in my face, knowing she was sleeping with my boyfriend. We came up with a plan. Update 3. Mira executed perfectly. She invited Colton to a romantic dinner and nice restaurant. Said she had something important to discuss. Colton showed up thinking he was getting proposed to or something. Instead, Mira had invited Jade too. Told her Colton wanted to meet about the baby. They both showed up at the same time. The look on their faces when they saw each other. Priceless. Mira had also invited both sets of parents. Colton's parents, Keith and Lorraine. Jade's parents, Darlene and Frank. Mira stood up in the middle of this fancy restaurant. I want to thank everyone for coming to celebrate Colton and Jade's pregnancy. Since they've been sleeping together behind my back for months, I thought their parents should be the first to know about their grandchild. The chaos was beautiful. Keith immediately started yelling at Colton about responsibility. Frank looked like he wanted to murder someone. Darlene was trying to defend Jade, while also processing that her daughter was a homewrecker. Jade tried to run, but Amber, who didn't know about the setup, had just arrived and blocked her exit, demanding to know what was happening. Colton tried to deny everything until Mira pulled out printed texts and credit card statements. February 14th, Marriott downtown, room 469. Charged to your card. Want to explain that? The restaurant manager asked them all to leave. Mira had already paid for everyone's drinks, so she just walked out like a queen while the rest of them stood there in chaos. But wait, it gets better. Remember how Colton is a high school basketball coach? Well, Mira sent all the evidence to the school board. Not out of pure spite, but because some of those lunch hookups were during school hours when he was supposed to be teaching. He got suspended pending investigation. Jade called me crying. You ruined everything. I didn't do anything. Mira did. And you ruined everything when you cheated. But the baby needs a father. So call Colton. He won't answer my calls. His parents are making him get a paternity test too. Smart people. You're heartless. I made one mistake. Jade, you lied for months. You're going to let me raise another man's baby. That's not one mistake. That's systematic deception. She tried a different approach. We could still make this work. You wanted to be a dad. Biology doesn't matter. It does when it comes with lies and betrayal. I'll do anything. Counseling, therapy, whatever you want. I want a partner who doesn't sleep with other people and try to pass off their baby as mine. The entitlement was insane. She genuinely thought I should just accept this and move on. Update 4. So Colton's paternity test came back. Surprise, surprise, he's the father. His parents are forcing him to do the right thing. But here's the kicker. Mira wasn't his only girlfriend. Dude had 3 girls on the side. One of them also turned up pregnant. This man was out here creating a whole basketball team. The other pregnant girl, Destiny, somehow got my number and called me. Did Jade know he had other girls? I don't know and don't care. Well, I'm keeping my baby and getting child support. Jade better get in line. The legal drama between them is apparently insane. Colton makes decent money, but not enough for 2 child support payments. They're fighting over who filed first and who gets priority. Meanwhile, Jade's been spiraling. Amber called me. Blocked her too, but she used her mom's phone. You need to help Jade. She's not eating, not sleeping. The stress is bad for the baby. That's Colton's problem. She's going to lose her job. She can't focus. Again, not my problem. We're going to sue you for emotional distress. Good luck with that. I have every text where she admitted to cheating. Frank, Jade's dad, actually showed up at my gym. Not to threaten me, to apologize. I didn't raise her to be this way. I'm sorry for what she put you through. Thanks, Frank. But maybe talk to your wife and other daughter about enabling her. I'm trying. They think she's the victim here. She made her choices. He nodded and left. Seemed broken. I felt bad for him, not gonna lie. But the peak entitlement came from Darlene. She started a GoFundMe for Jade. Help a single mother abandoned by 2 deadbeat dads. She conveniently left out the cheating part. Made it sound like I just randomly abandoned my pregnant girlfriend and Colton was some random guy who took advantage of her. Someone, definitely not me, posted the paternity test results in the comments. The GoFundMe got taken down within hours. Final update. It's been 2 months since everything went down. Here's where everyone stands. Colton lost his teaching job. Something about moral turpitude and violating his contract. He's working at a sporting goods store now. Between 2 child support payments, he's basically broke. Moved back in with his parents at 32. Mira is thriving. She started a fitness Instagram about choosing yourself and gained like 50K followers. She sent me a thank you card, which was nice. Destiny, other pregnant girl, is taking Colton to court for maximum child support. She's also suing Jade for intentional infliction of emotional distress for knowingly sleeping with her man. Not sure if that'll go anywhere, but it's hilarious. Amber finally stopped harassing me after her own boyfriend dumped her. Apparently, he saw how she was enabling Jade's behavior and decided he didn't want that kind of person in his life. Darlene is still in denial. She posts passive-aggressive Facebook memes about real men and boys who can't handle responsibility. Everyone knows it's about me. I don't care. Frank filed for divorce from Darlene. Turns out this wasn't the first time she'd enabled bad behavior from their daughters. He's done. And Jade? Oh, Jade. She had to move back in with Darlene. Frank got the house in the separation. She's working part-time because the stress made her miss too much work and she got demoted. Colton sees her once a week to discuss the baby, but won't commit to anything. She sent me one last email last week. I know you hate me, but I want you to know I did love you. I just got caught up in something exciting and new. Colton made me feel desired in a way that trying for a baby made mechanical between us. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I just wanted you to know that what we had was real, even if I destroyed it. I didn't respond. There's nothing to say. I'm doing okay. Therapy helps. Started dating again. Nothing serious yet. Got a promotion at work. Turns out not having daily drama really improves your performance. The $45,000 in the joint account? Since Jade admitted to infidelity in writing, my lawyer says I have a good case to keep most of it. We'll see. The nursery we'd started setting up is now my home office. I kept one thing, though, a little stuffed elephant we'd bought when we first started trying. Not sure why. Maybe as a reminder that wanting something good doesn't mean accepting something false. To everyone saying I should have just raised the kid, no. Just no. It's not about biology. It's about the lies, the deception, the attempt to trick me into a lifetime commitment based on fraud. If she'd cheated and come clean immediately, maybe we could have worked through it. But she was going to let me believe that child was mine forever. That's unforgivable. And before anyone asks, yes, I got STD tested. All clean, thankfully. Colton, if you're reading this, and Mira says you were congrats on the kids, bro, hope that afternoon delight was worth child support until 2042. Jade, if you're reading this, your dad's a good man. You should listen to him more and your mom less. And to everyone who followed this saga, trust your gut. If something feels off, it probably is. Don't let anyone gaslight you into ignoring red flags. Peace out. Edit. Stop demaying me from Myra's Instagram. She's doing her own thing and doesn't need Reddit detectives in her DMs. Edit 2. To the people saying I'm bitter, I'm really not. Disappointed? Sure. But mostly I'm relieved I found out now instead of after signing a birth certificate. Edit 3. Legal update. The joint account has been unfrozen and split 70/30ths in my favor due to the documented infidelity. Jade's lawyer tried to argue she needed it for the baby, but the judge pointed out that's Colton's responsibility, not mine. Small victories.